Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here for episode 1 on Mars the Mission. That's right. The US government from No Man's Land. If you missed my last episode of No Man's Land, episode 70, go check that out. It gives a little bit of intro in here. But if you don't want to go watch that, it's only like 10 minutes long. But if you don't want to watch it, no big deal. We were recruited from the government. That's why we had to abandon our No Man's Land, and we are now on Mars. And that included we have to be dressed and ready for that. So this is the most this is the most space-aged suit that we kind of can have here. Now, it is breathable out there, but we still wear this as like a safety precaution because things can happen at any time. So this is where we live. We've been provided a house. We have 1.3 million in the bank. I'll talk about kind of all the parameters and everything here. Let's go ahead and head out. There we go. All right, so we're on the surface of Mars. This is a map by Superfly and Bob. They did fantastic work on it. I did also a couple videos showing off a lot of the new features. This is the upgraded version of this map, significantly upgraded. But it is out for all platforms. If you wanted to do what I'm doing, you pretty much can. I think most of the things I'm going to use, well, I guess I'm using some script mods and stuff, but we'll get into that. But the map and a lot of it you can do on your own. So, yes, we are on Mars. Now, how do I have things set up here? That's a really good question. We do have precision farming on. Oh, why does it have me in August? Let me fast forward this. I did set it to January, but apparently I did something that broke that. So let's get us... We'll have to fix everything here in a second. That's okay. You can see we are losing some money regarding a loan, but we'll talk about that here in a second. There's December. Should have been 8 a.m. in January, which... does not look very bright. Let me, I should be able to reload the lighting at least. If I reload the environment, that takes us back to August. All right, so maybe we don't want to do that. Maybe that's what our issue is. Reload the weather. That doesn't, well, we don't know if that affects it or not. I'm having all sorts of issues. Okay, let's go to, where are we at? Time, let's go to... Oh, maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need this. Reload the environment. Nope, that doesn't take us to January. Let's go to January here, because we need to start. Yes. All right, reload weather. Doesn't change anything. All right, here we are, January. And then, in terms of everything in here, real time, we have economic difficulty is hard, because why is the lighting the way it is? There should be a reload the lighting somewhere on here. The environment, no, it's not on there. I'm having all sorts of issues. Reload Mars light. There we go. That maybe fix it. I don't know. It's not very bright right now, but that's okay. We are on Mars the Mission map. In terms of our settings that we're running on this one, again, hard economy mode. We will have no seasonal growth because on Mars, I figure we're in a controlled environment in this little area. We're using life support type futuristic things to make whatever happen in here. So this is our home as it sits. And I need to reset our money actually up to, let's set it to there. All right. We own all the land or have access to all the land. We don't own it. We're just here on a grant to help out the government. We have access to all the land. The land is all ours. There's nothing growing. Everything is gone. We have precision farming on, so our environmental score is very neutral right now. We'll try to keep it up. It will affect our sell prices, obviously. If we're doing a good job. I have time-saving stock installed to help us out, hopefully, a little bit. There are a bunch of extra stuff in here that we could produce if we wanted to, and some stuff that's built into the map, which I don't see some of the stuff, actually, that's supposed to be built. Oh, yeah, nope, here it is. It's all right here. I just had to go to the right spot. There's a lot of extra stuff. We don't have any equipment. We do own all this stuff right off the bat here. There's no contracts because all the land is accessible to us. We do have some productions here, which we can deactivate all of these guys for now. We need to produce power and stuff like that. Yeah, we got to get some stuff rocking and rolling, but we'll get there. Everything requires power to run. In terms of our settings in here, crop destruction's off, periodic plowing's off, fieldstone's off, weeds are on. We have to deal with weeds. Dirt's normal. All that stuff is set that way. Yeah. So we have to deal with some things, not everything. we're going to use, well, another thing too is actually our loan, I should say, for our financial situation. We're starting off, we have $1 million grant from the government, which we have to pay back. So we do pay interest on that grant. It's basically a loan from the government that we have to pay back to them. And I was able to bring a max of some money from No Man's Land. If you remember, we had over $500,000 in the bank. They only allowed me to bring $300,000 in my account up here with me. That was the max. So this is what we are operating off of right there. What is our mission? What do we have to do on here? Why is it so dadgum dark on this map? Let me fast forward time a little bit. We'll maybe get up to a little bit lighter out during the day here as the sun comes up, hopefully. That seems a little bit better. At least, yeah, it's much better, actually. Okay. We are going to use some fancy equipment to accomplish our goal, but what is our goal? Let's go over here. Over here, we have specific things we have to do. This is what we have in storage, which we have nothing right now. This is a chart to help you with productions, which is super nice. What do we have to do? Mission parameters. So we have to complete the following. We have to plant 10,000 trees. We might have to adjust that a little bit if we can't do 10,000 exactly, but I think we can do 10,000. We have to place 20 large beehives. We have to have at 100% health, 500 cows, 750 chickens, 350 sheep, and 400 pigs. We have to accumulate and store 800,000 liters of wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, soybeans, corn, sunflower, and potatoes. And we want to try to get some of this other stuff done down here. That's just kind of some bonuses. But we have to get at a minimum that done, which we can do. Now, we do have, there's some advantages here. We do have, in the mods we have installed, I'm trying to use a bunch of stuff that I haven't used before or would seem kind of fitting to this map. So, like, we have, like, this guy, and we can do, like, that one's kind of more futuristic, it seems. Almost moon-esque like. So we'll try to use some stuff that looks, you know, kind of fancy. I have nothing TLX, no TLX trucks installed, so we're not going to use any of those. We can use cheaty mods. There's no limit to what we can do. We have the Colossus pack, so there's some more futuristic type of harvesters and headers and things that are worth experimenting with that we will take a look into using to accomplish some of our goals. And you might say, well, that seems pretty cheaty. We also have to actually make money. So not only do we have to have this stuff in storage, that'll be pretty easy in itself for us to harvest with our equipment that we're going to have. We have to plant the trees and accomplish everything else, and we have to feed our animals. We can't buy animal food. We have to grow everything ourselves. We can't import anything other than equipment. And to get any of this equipment, there's a bit of a hassle with it. So, for one, it takes a while to get built and sent up here. And so we have to wait till the next month. If we order any equipment, we have to wait until the next month to get it, which is kind of a real bit of a challenge. Now, these trees are not part of the 10,000 that we're planting, so we may come out through here, and we may actually demolish some of these to get them out of our way. As you can see, that's a big chunk of land we could be farming. We'll probably make some big, massive fields, maybe convert all these into one field, put this into one. I don't know. We'll do some stuff with the fields. We'll try to plant some trees and stuff in some places as well. We have plenty of space to get everything done that we need to without having to go out on the rest of the surface. We have to stay in this little capsule here and make this all happen. Now, the other issue with the fact that we have to get stuff and it takes a little bit to get in, and even though that stuff is very cheaty, it is expensive. We go in here to the Colossus pack, $300,000. Yes, that's not, for what it is, it's a really screaming deal. Really good screaming deal there. We can do the unrealistic, and then if we do like the crazy setup here with the crazy capacity and all sorts of stuff, that's fantastic, all good and well, but that's still $300,000 we have to spend to be able to get that. We have to plant and do everything. We have no equipment starting out. And because of how much of a pain it is to get this stuff, not only do they want money, they also want some of the valuable resources that are produced on Mars. And what I mean by that, there are some different factories on here. So if we go through here to some of the Mars, the mission stuff, which I have all DLCs installed as well. As you can see, a lot of stuff from that. We have the Granger, which is also the Mars, the mission one. I guess I didn't need to install it. They're both by the same modder. Not the bakery. They have a lot of really cool productions in here that are set up for this map, which is awesome. If we go over here, in order to build stuff and get stuff, we have to have specific materials for some of this futuristic stuff. So computer chips and different stuff like that, we have to produce our own up here. And yeah, we have to produce our own kind of computer chips and stuff like that from materials, and we have to get that going. And we have to send out these computer chips. We don't get money for them when we sell them. We can sell extras if we have them to make extra money if we want to, but we basically need to get them and ship them home so we can get stuff. So basically, if I wanted a Colossus harvester, they might say, well, you have to send me 1,000 computer chips as well, which if you look at the value of that, we have motherboards here and all sorts of stuff, but let's say they want 1,000 liters, quote unquote, of motherboards. Well, that's $30,000 of that I have to make ourselves, and we have to do that sort of thing. So we can run at a deficit, and what I mean by that is we can owe people motherboards and stuff like that, and then we can pay it back as we make it, because it may take us a little bit to get that rocking and rolling. Yeah, there is a lot to do. It does seem like it would be pretty easy with all the equipment, but there still is a challenge to it. And we're going to try to accomplish this in 10 episodes before Farming Simulator 25 comes out. So we need to come up with a plan. First things first, we need to put some of these fields together. So that'll make our life a little bit easier. So we need to order some stuff, and it'll get shipped in by tomorrow. Now, the technical vehicle shop on here is over here. So we can actually we'll just teleport there. So here's where some of the stuff will come in. We have some sell points in here, which we can sell stuff off. Basically, they just arrange for shipping out of here. And you can see in here as well, we can sell stuff off to the Export Earth or the Mars rocket and stuff like that. So we can put stuff onto different things and do that. Where's that at? Tag that. That's up over there, Export to Earth. So yeah, we can untag it now. And obviously we have the Mars, deliver to Mars rocket, the train that will take stuff up to the massive rocket that's out here. And we can send that off as needed. You can see it out over there. So we'll load that up with stuff and get it taken care of. But we need to order some of our equipment, which will get delivered here later. I'm going to go ahead and start kind of negotiating some equipment. I'm going to try to get what we need. We need to get some stuff to plant. We also need to get some stuff we need to get like a tractor, and we need to get stuff to put fields together. And hopefully we can get some of this ordered in, and we'll have it here for us tomorrow. The other thing too that we have to do is we can buy seeds from the shop for now, but it does take us a month to get seeds in, or anything in we buy from the shop. It's going to take us till next month to get in. So I don't order enough seeds, we don't get to use them and stuff like that. So we also need to get hopefully some productions going where we can do that and build some of that stuff. So I'm going to order some stuff, and hopefully I order enough for us, and then I will see you guys next month when we have our order in stock here. All right, it is February. Another thing I want to note too, sales not available. Have to pay full price for everything, just how it is. So we got all this nice stuff here. We got ourselves a beautiful Kinze multi-fruit unrealistic planter, a beautiful plow. I was able to color it all just kind of the way I wanted to. I'll talk about these in a little bit. Hopefully that's going to help us make some fertilizer. Here we have ourselves a nice JCB Fast Track in a nice futuristic color, and this crazy looking big bud on tracks, which just looked cool. Does this have a 3-point? Actually, I didn't think about that. Oh, thank God it does. And then this track is brown in honor of Marty. So there you go, Marty. If you don't know the whole history behind that, that's just the way it is. But yeah, it has little tracks on it, so I thought it would be pretty futuristic. But we needed something to haul stuff around. Thankfully, I will be able to activate super strength if I want to. There's not an issue with that. It's easy to do that with my super suit type thing that I have on. But yeah, so we'll use the big bud to pull the plow. And we have real speed limit installed, so we can go as fast as we'd like to. And then we also can use this guy with the fast track, that planter there. So let's get in our truck, though. Now, you might notice our money has not gone down that much. Well, that is because if we go into the shop here, technically everything we own is leased. Now, we have lease to own, so eventually we're going to purchase it all, but that's what we got going on. Now, what did this cost me in terms of extra stuff? Well, to order this truck, I owe 5,000 motherboards I have to ship back. Each tractor costs 10,000 motherboards each. That's 25,000 motherboards total. And then the Kinze planter costs 2,000 motherboards I have to manufacture and ship back for a whopping total of 27,000 motherboards. And then I had to send back also 6,000 titanium alloy, or 6,000 units of titanium alloy. 1,000 was for the plow, and 5,000 is for a production that is going to use these little guys here. Oh gosh. Get it already. There we go. Big bug takes up a lot of space there. Well, that still goes 74 miles an hour with those on there. But yeah, let's grab these. We're going to throw these in the back here. I'll show you the production I got. That's going to... This is... Did they fall through? Where are they? What the heck? I am a little concerned. They fall through the map? No. Put it right there. That fell onto the ground. Where did the others fall? Oh my. Well, this is not going very well. Why is there no collision on that for the truck here? Why is that not working? I guess they can go right there. Well, won't even let me strap those in. That is so strange. It's got to be something wrong with... Maybe if I set them upright? Oh, maybe they're all down in there somewhere in the truck. Super strange. Okay, well... Theoretically, if we can make it back... Gosh, did that go on the ground? No, they're like in like a secret compartment of the truck or something weird. Well, let's try to get this back to the, to our farm area. I think it's over this. There it goes one. Oh boy. Oh, there they all come. All right. Well. Where did we lose the other one? Oh gosh. Now there are a local here that will come out and soil sample everything, so we can pay for that after we plow everything together. Where? Well, this is a train wreck, to say the least. Let's just grab one. I'm just gonna run it over. Let's just get this over here. Maybe we'll have to have the shop deliver these. If you know what I mean, wink wink. To our farmyard. I think this is, yep, here it is over here. This is the command center and all that good stuff. What a train wreck. Oh, you know how first episodes go. You have a plan and it doesn't work out. What can you do? Alright, well, we're almost there. So, I saw Mr. Silly P use this in his, I can't even say the words, but one of his series, he used this thing recently. This thing produces herbicide and liquid fertilizer using these little weed-free and nutrient salt type stuff, plus water. Now, oxygen filters do that. Those require water. Getting water is going to be tricky. I want to say, is there a production for water on here? I want to say something produces water. It would kind of make sense that we'd have to have something make water. I'm pretty sure there is something on here that does that. This is what I have, by the way. So I had to pay the 40 grand, plus I had to pay out that alloy eventually to get it back. They all require power, electricity, that makes sense. Here we go. This has an input and output of water. Fuel refinery depot. Here we go. This, nope, that's not water. Oxygen filter. Power plant. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy in terms of that. We'll find a way to get water. We might have to import water, which sounds crazy to me. But anyhow, yeah, this is what we got going on. So I'll get some water in there. We do actually start off with water, and this is not me putting this in there. This actually just was on the map. If we go to time-saving stock, it shows us what we have, and we could actually... Oh, no, that's 500 of that is going to be in... Okay, perfect. I say we lost one, but we didn't actually. 80,000 liters of seed. That's how much I pre-ordered, by the way. We have a ton of seed. We do have some diesel, and there's the water right there, which the water's worth a lot, so it makes sense if we could... I guess, no, it's not. Sorry, that's the value of the water. So, okay. Anyhow, let's start plowing. Let's see how this thing's going to rock and roll for us. Absolute tank. Now, if I do decide I don't want to spend the money because, like, this doesn't work, and I want to return it, I can return it. I still owe the motherboards on it, though. So that's the downside. That's just the agreement. That's how it works. You can unfold this. This should have plenty of power, so that part shouldn't be an issue. Now, what I want to do, if we go to the map, we're down here. I want to put these fields into one, and then these 9 into one field as well. So that's kind of the plan. Now, if I open up the help menu, you can do Alt-0 to suggested working speed is down there, but we can go faster than that if we'd like to. I want to plow these cars into the road here. So, we want to plow these together. Come up here and try this. This should work out. It feels not super fast, but it's actually pretty quick to plow, to be fair. We should be able to allow create fields. Yep, it's working. Okay. And then we should be able to just plow these together. See how fast it should be able to pull it pretty quick. It's fast. I mean, it should be able to just go as fast as the tractor can pull that implement. So 16 miles an hour, that's pretty quick. We'll take plowing that quick. But yeah, I'm going to put these fields together. That's what I'm going to do next. And then I'll bring you guys back in plowing. It's time to start planting. I'll get the seeder all loaded up and all that good stuff. And then we can go from there. But that's kind of the plans I got. We're going to make this as ridiculous as possible. Now, again, we have to really carefully think about what we're going to plant. So on that note, we have to plant, I think I want to do barley, because what I want to do to produce seed is I want to order the AGI stuff, the setup for that. I think that'll be the best way to kind of go about it. And then it'd be nice to get like a vegetable harvester too, but we'll kind of have to see from there. So each year, again, we only have 20 years to accomplish this in-game. I believe it's 20 years, isn't it? I'm going to look at the mission parameters. So if I go to Mars the Mission on the Mod Hub, it has more details on it. Yep, 20 years. 20 years are the winning parameters for what we have to accomplish on here. 20 years. We have 20 years to accomplish it. The animals, I think, are going to be the biggest challenge. So we're going to get food set up for those sooner rather than later. And then we'll get those rocking and rolling after that. We don't need to use the products from them. We just have to have them healthy and existing, and then make sure that they have enough food. So we'll need to start growing food for them as well. And the one downside to merging fields like this is we can only do really so many crops at a time. It lowers it increases how much we can grow, and how much we'll get off of each harvest, but it does decrease the variety that we can do at a time. I mean, obviously we could theoretically plant the same or multiple crops in each field, but I don't really like to do that because it can make it a little bit messy. And I know we still look like we have a lot of money, but we have to remember we owe $1 million of that theoretically, and we don't actually own any of our equipment. It's all leased. So we're going to have to buy it all outright at some point as well. And we need to start making motherboards as well soon. So that's probably something we need to get going as well. So once we start getting into it, I think we'll be okay, but it's going to be tricky to get to that point where we're actually doing okay on it. So yeah, that's going to be the hard part. And then we have to deal with all the precision farming stuff, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare too. But anyhow, I'm going to keep working on getting this done. I'll bring you guys back in when it's time to start planting. All right, our planter is loaded on the JCB here. We could theoretically plant at 45 miles an hour. I doubt we'll be able to get that fast. We could see. So anyhow, a couple things. I did put these fields together, and I put these ones together here. And I put these two together, which is interesting because the road actually runs between them, but it's just a dirt road. So let me plow over it. No big deal. I'll probably leave the rest independent for now. So what I'm thinking is barley on this field. I know it's crazy, but barley on there. And then, oh gosh, we also need grass for feeding the cows. The stupid cows are going to, and the sheep, I guess, too. What do we have for ridiculous? Is there anything for ridiculous grass equipment that we have? Where's the TARDIS pack? I don't think there's anything in here. We'll get silage harvesters in here, so we could do silage that way with the T440. Where's the Colossus pack here? Yeah, these guys aren't mowing anything down. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. We could do sugarcane there. Oh, we do have some mowers in here. 12 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour. So we could use some of that. Okay. That might be what we have to do. 45 miles an hour. It's only 6.2 meters, but it will, it will still work. We can use this guy. That guy will go super fast with that. And chop that grass down and do all that for us. So we could do that. That might be the way we have to do it. Now, if we're going to do grass, I want it to be a square field. I think this field. Let's go into the old flight mode here. So thinking worker-wise, if we make this our grass field so you can see the cars going through it, will they be able to turn around at this end? We probably need to make it a little bit... Is this the dirt that's just out there? Yeah. We probably need to make it a little bit less long, which I know we shouldn't maybe do this too much because we're getting rid of fields here. But I think if we do that, that'll give them room to turn around, which I think is going to be mission critical in terms of my sanity. Okay. And then over here, I guess, yeah, over here is going to be a bit of a pain too, probably. So probably got to... But if we start getting grass right away, we'll get a lot of grass harvested. And it's a high yield crop anyways. So that should be fine. That probably needs to be cut back actually a little bit more even. Which isn't, again, ideal, but... Okay. We can do that. That'll be our grass field. We'll test that out. I may have to turn AI traffic off at some point. I really like it. It's super cool. I just don't want it to be too ridiculous for us. So maybe let's go over here. Let's plant that grass in that field real quick. The only thing I kind of failed at is, well, oh, we have to do soil sampling before I forget. Oh, that's interesting that it does that there. That looks like that. That's kind of new. Soil sampling. Okay, that'll do that one. It'll be expensive. Purchase. And then... Okay, that's for that. Now, I'm not going to do the rest of it because we may extend... Well, actually, no, I said we leave all these probably the same. We're probably not going to connect any of the other ones. How much is that? Okay, only 7,000. It's just for the fields. Like, are they going to charge you for everything? But no, it did not. Okay. Okay. So, we have all of our soil info now. Okay. The environmental scores are popping up on those, so that'll be great. Some of this... Oh, this is kind of garbage soil through there. But yeah, I think we do barley in here. Huge barley harvest. That'll also be good for our chickens. So that'll be chicken food, seeds, and it'll help towards our mission. I actually successfully accomplished that mission parameter. Then we'll do grass on here. Now, this could too... Again, I haven't done this before. With our equipment and how we're doing this, we may accomplish the mission super quick. And if that's the case, we'll extend the mission beyond. We also need to get microchips and manufacturing underway next episode, which means we're going to need some mining equipment to do some mining up over... I believe it's up over... Where is it at? Where's the mining stuff? Yeah, I think it's up over here. We got over there. Debris crusher. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's up over here. Just behind, up over there. There's a bunch of stuff that we can grab. I've got, of course, some cheaty stuff for that, but yeah. But yeah, the downside, I don't have liquid fertilizer because I didn't order any because I knew we would be manufacturing some, but I also don't have a way to manufacture it right now because I can't move the water into there, which is my bad. So there's that. Yeah, I might also load this back in multiplayer and then have a separate farm to kind of maybe experiment. Well, I don't know if it really works. I might just have to do a different game save, but anyhow, let's turn the speed limit off. Variable seed rate doesn't matter for grass. And that is not all of our seed. We do have like another 20 some odd thousand liters. Or no, like 5,000 liters, sorry, or 4,000 liters. I ordered 80,000 total. So we just need more powerful tractors, apparently. Okay, no, it's getting up to speed a little bit. I mean, if I just set someone off and hire them to do this, this will be no big deal. 18, I mean, don't get me wrong, 18 miles an hour is still quite fast. If we keep that speed up, we're slowly building me a little bit. Oh, we lost a little bit there. Yeah, so I don't know. I really like the JCB. I like the look of it. I think it's perfect for this map. We might need some faster, more powerful stuff. I don't know. Kind of have to see. Or we just use this for like when we hire a worker. If we have to do it by hand, though, we might want to get something different. Given we're still, I mean, just in a matter of not very much time, we just turned grass on. We just planted grass right there. That's pretty impressive, to be fair. But yeah, so next episode, because I'm going to get ready to wrap up this one. Next episode, what do we need to do? We need to get manufacturing some stuff. We need to order some stuff right off the bat. I'll probably have a whole batch of stuff that I ordered before the next episode, but we have work to do for sure. So I'm going to leave you guys with it right now. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel. Turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.